Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in today's second video. We're going to have a look at the ECMWF extended model for today's second video. So we're going to go 6 weeks ahead with the ECM extended. It will take us into the early part of July. Can you believe it? And I shall get on with it for you very shortly. Just say that the first video today was our nice little 7 AM upload. We've got GMA Friday coming up shortly as well. So that's your month-end look ahead with the Japanese and CFS V2 models. And 10 to 14 day, of course, will be with you this afternoon. It will include all of regular features. A busy old day at GavsWeatherVids as always. So please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. I hope you're having a lovely Friday. Right, so let's turn off the display capture. No, we won't. We'll turn off the webcam. And we're going to start off with the week 1 mean sea level pressure anomaly. This is going to take us through the first week of June. It'll take us from Monday next week, 31st of May, to Monday, the 7th of June. The coming week is going to be dominated by high pressure sitting over and to the north of the UK and Ireland. By the way, we focus on UK and Ireland for this one. The wider European outlook is on a Tuesday with the ECM extended. So high pressure sitting across northern and eastern parts of Europe and Central Europe will bring the wind up from a southerly to southeastern direction across western parts of Europe, including the UK and Ireland as well. We want to flip that over to the North Pole. There we go. So this is how the 500 millibar height anomaly is looking from the North Pole view down. You see there's a large area of above average heights through northern and western parts of Europe. Low pressure is pushed away towards Greenland, Iceland and around the Azores, and so we'll be bringing up quite warm winds across Western Europe from the south. Now look at this. We have not seen this for a very long time with the ECMWF extended. Yes, the model is going for warmer than average temperatures across northern and Western Europe, and the UK and Ireland included in that. On the temperature scale, we're going to be somewhere around 1 to 2 degrees above average. So quite a warm week coming up. First time been able to say that with the ECM extended for a very long time. And of course, if high pressure in control, it's also going to be a dry week as well. So warm and dry to start off June, and also meteorological summer 2021. Who would have believed that? Right, let's go through the week 2, which is the 7th through to the 14th of June. So this week sees high pressure a little bit more towards the south. So it's a lot of high pressure across western parts of Europe, but it's just a little bit to the south of the UK and Ireland. Might allow something a little bit more unsettled to come in from the Atlantic into northern Europe, but there's no particular sign of low pressure there, to be honest. We'll still be drawing up quite warm winds, I think, with this from like a southwesterly direction. The 500 millibar height anomaly for week 2 is looking like that. So again, you see that pressure does weaken, starts to slip southwards a little bit of high pressure around Greenland as well. We might be starting to bring some lower pressure in from off the Atlantic, but it does not look particularly unsettled, I have to say. The week 2 temperature anomaly does reduce, but is still a little bit above average, or hints at being a little bit above average anyway, for Ireland and for the UK as well. And the week 2 precipitation anomaly looks near normal to probably still a little bit on the dry side, especially so for more southern areas. It might be a rather cooler and more unsettled week, this, but I would not go overboard with the idea that this is an unsettled week at this stage. Right, week 3 will get us from the 14th to the 21st of June. Ever weakening signals now. So the high pressure looks like it's going away. There is low pressure across northern parts of Europe. Also low pressure in the Atlantic heading towards Spain, seemingly rather unusual for the middle of June. Otherwise, not a huge amount going on. It is rather a strange and bizarre sort of mean sea level pressure anomaly, that actually. The week 3 500 millibar height anomaly looks a little bit more encouraging from a high pressure perspective. So clearly there's a trough in over northern and northeastern Europe, but we do see a little bit of a ridge actually of above average heights for Ireland and for the UK. Some slightly lower pressure up towards Scandinavia. week 3 temperature anomaly is very close to average. So, or has no signal, not a particularly big deviation either way there. And the week 3 precipitation anomaly hints at being rather dry. So this could be a warm and dry week again, actually, I think. So if week 3, 14th, 21st of June, turned out to be another warm and dry anticyclonic week, I would not be overly surprised. Week 4 is the 21st to 28th of June, and looks like that now more unsettled with the mean cell pressure anomaly here. We're bringing lower pressure, actually low pressure, in from the North Atlantic. So obviously there's a return of the jet stream and also a return of low pressure. So later on into June, clearly we have got a deterioration taking place. A 500 millibar high anomaly shows high pressure pulling out into the middle of the North Atlantic. Low pressure looks like it's developing around Greenland and Iceland, and probably bring a return of westerly winds. I would think the temperature anomaly could be going cooler here, so no particular signal, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is beginning to turn a little bit cooler. And I would suspect it's a little bit more unsettled as well for precipitation anomaly. So again, no particular signal, but you see it is going wetter to our north. Still looks a little bit drier to our south-southwest. I think this is turning more unsettled, though, from the 21st to 28th of June. It's 4 weeks away, so not really worth worrying about, but that does turn more unsettled, I think, in that week. Week 5 is going to be the 28th of June to the 5th of July. Looks like this. So still low pressure to the north of the country, still bringing in like a westerly type flow, so it could be a little bit showery maybe through this week. The 500 millibar height anomaly again showing sort of below average heights, low pressure around Greenland and Iceland. No particularly evident area of above average heights. That could bring the most unsettled weather into northern and western parts of the country. Could be rather westerly with that as well. Going a little bit cooler, we might be sending a jet stream on a northwest southeast alignment and pulling in the winds from the North Atlantic during this week. So it's a little bit cooler just to our west and northwest. And precipitation wise, so very, very weak signals here. Looks very dry through Spain. So obviously there's a big area of high pressure down there. But conversely, it's a little bit wetter around Iceland. And I suspect we're probably just bringing in like a bit of a westerly flow. And then we go through to week 6, which is going to take us from the 5th through to the 12th of July. This is how it's looking. And look at that, we're back to high pressure. So week 6 brings high pressure back and centres it right over top of Ireland and the UK. Very topsy-turvy this, isn't it? Very variable from week to week. The 500 millibar height anomaly also backs that idea up. Above average heights return over Ireland and the UK. Conversely, it should be a warmer week as well. Actually, it's a bit cooler than average to our north, but the warmer than average temperatures get closer to us through France. I reckon that could turn a bit warmer. And this should be a drier week as well. So precipitation-wise, yes, we see that Ireland and the UK, along with most of Western Europe, is turning drier. So a very variable 6 weeks to come. A lot of intra-week variation going on. No particular sort of pressure belt, getting the ascendancy. We're alternating here week by week between higher pressure and lower pressure. So it's a little bit mixed, a little bit changeable. But there is some quite decent weather in there, especially the coming week. Actually looks the warmest and driest of all of this. The first week of June looks really, really good if you want warm, dry weather. Above average temperatures, very dry as well. Then the rest of June, it's varying a little bit, but there's another pretty decent spell, I think, signal there for like the middle of June, and then a bit of a deterioration as we get further on in towards the end of June into the beginning of July, before maybe high pressure comes back later on in July, because that's a really long way off. That's like 6 weeks away. We'll find out very shortly what the JMA and the CFS think about all of this. So anyway, up to week 4, not weeks 5 and 6. But yeah, the JMA and the CFS will give their 2 penneth about all of this with JMA Friday in a couple of hours. And then, of course, we're going to have our 10 to 14 day with all of the regular features, and that'll be coming up for you later on this afternoon. For this one, though, ECMWF Extended. And thank you so much to ECMWF.int for supplying the charts, by the way. I'm not sure I said that side video. But for this one, that is all for now. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.